When I was first starting out, I was making about 2 to 3 grand. Then January comes, I joined the group late January, and then $16,000. And I'm like, okay. And then my second month was 25.6, almost 30 grand.
What's up, guys? This is Adele, and this is Roscoe right here. He's one of my clients that's joined our inner circle. If you're someone that wants to grow their detailing business, maybe this gives you a good choice to actually make. So, what was your revenue before you joined us?
So
And was it a struggle when you first started with us, or did we do things pretty quick for you? Did it grow pretty quickly?
for me, when I was first starting out, I was making about 2 to 3 grand consistently, 4 to 5 on the high end. And that's thousand, not hundred. When I did join the group, I had a surgery right after I joined. I boosted some ads, came out of my surgery, and that same day out of my surgery, I booked one ceramic coating for $800. So it almost worked pretty instantly, based off what advice and techniques and skills I was given to run those ads. It pretty much worked instantly for me. Not saying it's going to happen to you, but the way I ran it and the way I followed the script and just plugged in what I was taught, it worked for me right away.
Yeah, it was very quick for you. What was your current revenue? What was the highest you hit, and like how long in the program was it that you hit this revenue?
So I did my first month was 14 grand, like 14.4. Yeah, 14.4. And then my second month was 25.6, almost 30 grand. And then my third month was 20 grand. That's just because it was a rainy season. There was a couple holidays, a couple things like that.
What would you say you average right now? Like after joining and after these resources, what would you say you average per month compared to the 2 to 3K you used to average?
It's about 18 to 20. And then I'm expecting it to hit about 35 to 40 this coming summer season, like July, August, September.
Hell yeah.
That's the plan.
We'll definitely shoot for it. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's incredible. To go from a change of like 2 to 3K a month to now, how
I
big
mean,
of a difference is that?
well, I mean, shoot. When I started off, I was living in my mom's garage, and now I am living in a house. So
Yeah.
if that doesn't put it into perspective of how much you can truly make, then I don't know what is.
That does put it in a pretty good perspective. I was
Right.
talking to Everin. Everin's, for anyone watching this video, is one of my partners with this business, and he was telling me about that. That he moved into the house. I was like, that's insane. It's more than just making money, but it's like genuinely you live a different quality of life now compared
Right.
to
Right. Yep.
before. What would you say was the main driver for it? What would you say is the main thing that made the difference of like now versus before?
So you could do all the ads, call all the leads you want, but if you do not have a system in place to bring reoccurring clients back to you, you're just leaving money on the table. If you're not upselling at every job, you're leaving money on the table. I can book a $300 job today, get to the job tomorrow, and make 500 bucks, $200 extra. Now, if you don't upsell them, you're not making that extra $200. And what you want to do is just, send a thank you, or if they're having an event going on and you see it on Instagram, say, hey, how can I support? Or a GoFundMe, like if they have a link, or like, oh, my daughter's doing soccer, like let's buy her, like the little raffle tickets or whatever. Putting that extra 5, 10 bucks out there for you will show them what kind of person you are, what type of company you are, and they will stick with you forever.
Yeah, so that's a very big part actually. So you think like the biggest part to what's really driven your growth now is the fact that you have systems. It's no longer all over the place or
Right.
randomly getting jobs. It's like I know where my jobs are coming from. I know how to close people.
Hmm.
So I guess that's a perfect transition to our follow-up question on that. Like whenever you worked with me, what do you think the main skills that this program gave you that you use right now to be able to drive the revenue you do?
Got you. So I had the closing skills. That was no issue. It was more of the deliverance, I would say. So having a video or something that can actually show my work to somebody and being able to advertise that is what I really gained from this program, while also being in a chat full of other detailers with other experiences and everybody just, collabing together, coming together and, mixing their heads. That's what really helped.
Yeah. Did it make things like before, did it feel like things were all over the place and now things feel like, okay, now I have clear direction of like where things are going or no?
So I'm a person that's never satisfied, right? So I will always have that feeling of, oh, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. Like I still feel clouded even to this day. But I slow down, I look back and I'm like, okay, well, in December, I mean, you first talked, no, we talked in January, but December was the first month before I joined the program. I only made like 3 grand now. Then January comes, I joined the group late January, and then, I see the growth. $16,000, and I'm like, okay, so there is room for improvement, always. That's just me. Like I'm always in my head about I need to do more, I need to do more. But for the average person, that's just going to be a boatload of money.
It is a lot of money. So for you,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, if that's all I wanted to make, yeah, things would be pretty clear. But because you always want more, there's
Right.
always more to figure out, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Cool deal. Now, what do you think is the main skill that you learned or could take away from this program that made the biggest difference?
Having a system. I was taught to have a system, and that's what helped me.
Oh yeah. How quickly did you get the results after you joined?
2 weeks. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks. I mean, one
Jesus.
week I had about 5 cars. Usually I was used to like my five new clients. Sorry. I was used to my, my weekly clients, or my biweekly clients. But then after that 2 week mark, I had it all booked out. I've been booked out every day since, unless it's a rainy day. And even then, I was made to wash the car on a rainy day.
There's probably thousands of people just like you, right?
Right.
Hundreds of detailers in the situation that you were in. What would you say to someone that would decide or say, no, I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to join? What would
Mhm.
you say to that person if they were in your situation?
So honestly, I was that person, right? So you're asking the perfect person. I was hit up by maybe just give or take 6 to 10 people talking about marketing and this and that and that, and then finally some random kid from Texas hits me up and is like, "Yo, blah 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 blah," and I was like, you know what, whatever, I'll try it out. It wasn't like I wasn't willing to. Everybody just had bad deliverance. They weren't able to hook me in. You hooked me in. At first, I was a little skeptical. We hopped on that one-on-one call. I was like, all right, I could see, the BS through people very easily, very quick. But I saw that you were excited about your job, you were excited about what you do, and you were excited to help. And so I was like, all right, right then and there, sent my deposit, got to it. 2 days later, I launched an ad, and that was it. I mean, barbecue chicken from there.
Barbecue chicken from there. So let's say somebody came up to you and was like, I want to join this program, but I feel like I'm better off doing it by myself. What would you tell them?
Right. Don't spend those years. No, you could be the best detailer in the world, right? You could be the best detailer, and I know detailers better than me. They are still stuck at that 2,000, 3,000, $4,000 mark, and they always ask me, "What do you do?" And I tell them, and they are still not willing to put that
Mm.
extra money into their business. People always talk about, "Oh yeah, I got to reinvest into the business." It's not about chemicals. It really isn't. It's about investing into a business. You're investing into, products. That's cool. Yeah, I guess that's business. But if you want to be a businessman instead of a detailer, this is the program you join.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Roscoe. Again, I appreciate you answering the questions and kind of giving people a perspective.
Yeah,
Is there
for sure.
anything that you want to say? Someone looking to invest into their business that actually wants real growth. Is there anything that you would want to tell them about their
Yeah, for
situation?
sure. So, I mean, if you are stuck in that situation and you want to talk to me about it, you definitely could. My Instagram will be linked in the description or whatever. Ask me all the questions about it, Dill. I'm 100% transparent. If I didn't want to be in this program, I wouldn't be in this program. I
Yeah.
wouldn't still, you know what I mean? Yeah, if you have any questions, just please feel free to hit me up. My Instagram will be in the description.
Hell
So,
yeah. Awesome. I appreciate you, Roscoe.
I
And
got
yeah, just to again make it clear to everybody, I did not pay Roscoe a cent to be here or I did
you.
not tell him to change his answers or anything. This is a full real interview between him and me. And yeah, as you can see probably by the stuttering or some of the silences,
Yeah,
none of this is scripted.
for sure. And
Um,
I'd be getting nervous on camera.
I literally texted you like, what was it, 10 minutes ago and we hopped on the call.
Yeah,
So,
seriously.
yeah, we scheduled it. Then it turned out we were a little bit later. But anyway, this is what it's like to work with me. We're chill about it. It's a mentorship, not a course. That's
Yeah,
also like another thing that, to make clear to people is it's like, it's not a course. Like it's an actual mentorship. Like everyone has helped you a lot in terms of
yeah.
when you
Yeah.
joined,
So
you
when I
know?
first joined, yeah, let me add this. So when I first joined, it was made clear to me like this is not a course, it's mentorship. You are going to learn how to do these things. So if you don't want to do this program after, say the 4 to 6 months, I forget what it is that
Yeah,
you are
six
in the
months.
program for, then you will still have those skills. You can still go out and use them. But I still think it's valuable to have those group of detailers, and then have a Dill and Everin backing you up. Me and Everin have figured out stuff together. We didn't think was going to work, but ended up working better than some stuff we didn't find, find useful. So, we all learned together.
You guys used the ads we first launched. You and Evan were one of the main reasons we actually changed the way we do the Facebook ads because you guys figured
Right.
out that if you put yourselves in the first, like, anyway, we're not going to talk a lot about it
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. Y'all get
um,
free info.
just free game. We're just gonna give you guys free game. But no, like yeah, you guys were a main part of that. It's like not only did you see great results with the information just given to you like that, but you also went your own way. And that's what's fucking good about mentorship is like it gives you the skill of marketing and being able to set up the ads. Now you don't need me for anything really. Like the only reason I see you needing me is if when, and it's not if, it's when the marketing strategy does change. We move on to the next one.
Um,
Marketing does
yeah.
change. That's another thing. That's another benefit of being in a group is
Yeah.
when things change. But yeah, like at this point with this strategy, dude, you could run new ads. You might be able to run better ads than me. You're doing it every day. So
Yeah.
anyway, it's an invaluable skill. No one can take away the information you've learned. It's
Yeah.
not like, now you cancel this, you're not working with me anymore. It's not like that information gets deleted.
Right.
Or like Men in Black. You just go over there and flash your eyes. Delete
Yeah.
the. No, all
Yeah.
right. Thank you so much, Roscoe. I'm gonna
Sure.
link his Instagram in the description. Go give him a follow. Check out his page. Really good stuff. Steal his ads. Not
Yeah.
kidding.
Nah, keep it up. I got you.
Uh, no, but Roscoe's a great person. Thank you so much for hopping on and
Of
giving people an
course.
insight, a little bit of insight into what this program is like.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, if you have any questions at all, my link is going to be right down below. You can schedule a call with me and my team, and we can help you out. I can personally talk with you and see if we can change your situation like Roscoe's. Again, the story went from 2 to 3K a month to now 20K a month.
Right.
Pretty incredible, and it took you less than 6 months to do that, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Don't wait years. Do it
don't
now.
wait years.
Do it now.
Awesome, bro. Thank you so much, Roscoe. See you guys.